I'm Curtis Palmer, River Secrets Guide Service. And the tip of the week is going to be one of my favorite ways to tie up rubber eggs for catching steelhead. All right, so our hook and bobbin are all tied up there in the appropriate size that I wanted to do this demonstration with. Now, the eggs, they come in these nice little chains like this, connected, and several different colors. Just find what color you want to use, what works best in your area. Now, for all purposes, what I'm doing today, I'm going to cut these into singles here. So we're just going to go ahead and snip them off one by one and try to catch them like that. Just separating these eggs out nicely like this. And even though they're separated, now grab myself thread and needle here, and this is going to be a little difficult for you guys to see the thread, but I want to run the needle through my eggs here. So we'll just run this right on through like this. And these eggs are a little bit slippy if you haven't messed with them before too much. They got, most of them usually have anise or something like that on there. But they'll hang on to that thread like that. Or it's just like magic here in the video, floating in the middle of the air like that, see? I'm full of many talents. We're going to go right on through another egg, and we're using a number 4 hook. So for this size hook, I'm thinking 2 or 3 eggs is probably all a person would want to try to tie on there. The nice thing about this is you can go ahead and get rid of the needle there. You can prepare several of these hooks like this and have them in a box to use at any time, especially if you're in a snaggy area and you don't want to use up a lot of your roe or sand shrimp because you're getting snagged up all the time. So we'll just attach that little working thread there. And it's just the same thread that came off my bobbin here that we're tying this up with. So I got that tied down there. Now I'm going to slide one of these eggs in there, put that down in position like that, and then what I'm going to do is hook. What I did is I basically sat there and I'm coming around holding this up there, and I'm taking my bobbin here and I'm coming up and over the egg and grabbing a hold that other thread there, and now I'm pinching it down. Take a couple wraps up over here like this and one behind just to hold that egg in place, and sitting pretty good right on top of that hook there. So I'm happy with this position. Now when I'm doing this, I'm going to slide another single egg on down the thread into place. I'm going to try to get these positioned. Now, nice thing is you guys can't see the thread, but what I do have, and I'll use the needle to show you, is here I have the thread coming out right here. So it's going to give me a point to come in between and up over the top, and now I can kind of hold that in place. And now I got both those sitting up on top there like a pair of balloons. Now, I find important is I don't want to block the barb of the hook down here in the point. So I'm more or less stacking these where I want them on the back side and the shank of the hook there, so that they're not going to interfere with the hook set. And as most of you have probably realized, a lot of times that steelhead sets that hook itself. So I'm going to just go ahead and trim that off. Depending upon the clarity of water, I probably could have got away with just 2 of those first 2 rubber eggs on there. So I'm going to just come up and around, and I'm going to sit there and I just come right by these 2 eggs like this sideways, not even going around the hook, tightening that up. That makes the eggs a little firmer in place there, and not all the time. I don't want to do that all the time, but sometimes I like to. So there we go. I'm going to put a little half hitch tie on the end of this. You people that have a whip finish tool, you can use that. Pull that snug. Trim that off there, nice tight. Add a little bit of glue on the end, and there you go. I'm Curtis Palmer, and I hope you found the tip of the week useful.